Hi guys, welcome to the YouTube Education and Small Challenge. Well, I wanted to put this together for some time, and as you know, we've been very, very busy and focused on getting people trained on Facebook and trying to get connected to other things. But it was time that we started to get the YouTube channel stuff going. Okay, if you're new here, and even if you've been around some time, it's really important that you watch this film all the way to the end because my goal is to help you get your YouTube channel set up, learn how to do thumbnails, how to edit films, how to upload them, how to create the correct keywords so people get to see your opportunity. We're also going to do a small challenge where we're going to get you to stretch your comfort zone a little bit, but it's going to be done in a step-by-step process. So this is not a 5-minute course that I'm putting together for you all for free. This is going to be something that's going to be done over, I would say, over the next 3 weeks. Okay, so it's not all going to be rushed. So the first part, which is going to be in this film, is that we're going to get you set up with your brand name, and so we can design your header for or your banner for your YouTube channel ready for when it's going to be set up. So I'm going to be going over to Canva shortly, and I'm going to be guiding you exactly how to build your own banner. And then the next step will come with about, of how you're actually going to create your YouTube channel so you look professional right from the word go. Okay. So please stay to the end of this film. It's not going to be long, but it's really important that the films that we are going to be doing as the course goes on, do not skip anything. Okay, you're going to have time to watch everything. I'm going to make sure that everybody's got time, and I'm going to ask questions. Is everybody ready to move to the next step? Okay, so let's just see how it goes. And my goal is to get as many of you set up with a YouTube channel, and you're going to be like a professional at the end of it. Okay, so that's the goal. So let's move over to Canva now. But first, we are going to have a quick look at my YouTube channel. Okay, so there's my YouTube channel, and you know that my name or my brand is Your Success Plan. You see it on all of my social medias. I don't have a different name for each social media, because we want people to know who you are. And you can also see that every film has Your Success Plan in the corner. Every single film, there's a little logo that people get to know who Your Success Plan is. And that's what we need to end up with for you as well, but with your brand name. And I'm going to show you how to create one of these banners. Okay, so we need to also remember as well that the banner needs to fit a mobile device as well. And I see people make this mistake all the time. So they start designing their banner, and you can see the picture of me here. Well, if I put me there and the wording bigger, and it came over and it reached over to here, when you open it on the phone, you will not see, you won't even see me. You will see massive text that doesn't look correct. So I've got a template, but I'm also going to show you how you can get your own templates and get some ideas. So what we're using is a thing called canva.com. Okay, canva.com. If you haven't got one of these accounts, as an online marketer, you need this. Okay, so it's really important that you open yourself a Canva account. It is free to use, and but there are more tools which I use all the time. So I do have the paid version, and it costs me $15 every month because I use it every day. Okay, I make all the flyers on here for everybody, all my banners, all my advertising. So I really highly recommend that you do go for the paid version if you can, because there's so many things much more things that you can do with it. Okay, so if you want to be a professional, you sometimes you need to put some money in to get the right tools. But I would say this is the best graphic design program that anybody can use and learn. So anyway, what I've done is I've actually typed in YouTube banner. Okay, and you can see I've got all these ideas come up. Okay, and I'm going to show you what works and what doesn't. based on what I was saying before, when we look at this about the positioning. Okay, so if we go back to there, you can see, look at this, someone's actually made this header here, and I know that when that opens up, you're not going to see his head or the background, okay, because it's going to be cut off, correct? It will be cut off. It doesn't show where his head is. I hope that makes sense. So you can see there's my banner there, and it's actually positioned exactly. So when I upload it to YouTube, it looks correct it's in the correct position for you know, being on the PC or the laptop, but also on the on a mobile device as well, or even a tablet when it opens up, because we want to look professional on whatever people are opening you know, their you know, this actual site with, on whatever device they're using. And you know, you can also see as well that I've got different colors. You know, I could have left it gray or white, but there's a reason why I leave it like this, because when you, if I change the color of this, say if I changed it to yet orange, for example, when I open it up on the phone, it will give me an orange strip at the top and it looks really cool. But on this particular one, I wanted it to be black when it was on the mobile device. That one, I wanted it to be blue. This was one I helped Donnie with for his cash improvements. So, you know, it's just the same. And that was another one we did. And that was another guy which I helped with for his banner. You know, so you get the idea. But if you don't like any of those, you know, you can type in YouTube banner at the top and you just hit search and lots of stuff comes up. And you can see which ones will fit and which won't. Okay, you can see this one here, that's got the text in the middle, but I can guarantee when you open it on the mobile device, it will be cut off here and it will be cut off here. The writing's far too big. Okay, same thing with this one, that won't work. That one definitely won't work because it's, you know, we know that the mobile device will fall here and here, so the writing will start from ractive or something instead of attractive. Right, I hope that makes sense. But you know, you can take any of these headers. If you see anything that, you know, you're feeling a bit creative and you like the look of it, there's nothing wrong with actually taking one of these designs, clicking on it, and then changing it around, because you can edit it. Okay, but I'm going to quickly show you from scratch, and I can actually supply this template for you. So we know that if we put your name and writing in here, okay, that it will definitely match. And I'm also going to show you what you can do and what you can't do with a paid or with a free version. Well, on this particular photo, the normal photo is it's actually got the background. So we've actually got a background remover, which makes it look more professional if you've got the paid version. And there are many other things that you can get access to, like, well, the elements, you know, you can search any element you want. If you want ticks, it says pro version. Simple little things, but you know, money pictures, you can search absolutely everything. You know, I could write for example, I could write luxury, for example. Yeah, luxury. And you know, all of a sudden I've got some of you might even recognize some of these pictures from our flyers, right? So you can find all this stuff when you're making your flyers, and you know, there's tons of stuff, and this comes with the paid version, you know, so you can be, it's worth having the paid version. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to imagine this is a blank canvas. So I'm just going to, actually, I forget what I'm doing there. I'm going to copy that, okay, and then I'm going to change it to, I just want to edit this because this is what you're going to do. So I'm going to get rid of my picture. I'm going to leave the text there, because if you're making your banner and you want to use one of my templates, you could be doing exactly what I'm doing now. So we first of all, we could change the color. I don't know if you want to change the color. But let's start with the photograph. Let's pick on Michelle, okay? Because what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna click her picture, okay? And you can see that's really big there, okay? And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drag it down, because remember, we need to make sure that the photograph reaches between these 2 points here, okay? So I'm just gonna, you can just drag this corner and you can see it automatically. I'm making it the same size, okay? So we've now got Michelle on there. And what we need to do is remove the background. So if you've got a paid version, you can remove the background, right? So very easy to do. We're just going to click on the photo and oh, it's locked. That's why. Sorry, it's my fault. I need to unlock it. There's something strange here. 1 second. It shouldn't be like this. Right. Yeah, okay, now I found it. So now I've made it a bit bigger. It was just wasn't showing because it was hidden. So what I need to do, I want to remove the background of that's behind Michelle, where she's got her stuff there, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click on Edit Photo, and then you can see Background Remover. This is how simple this stuff is, okay? Right, so now I've actually moved her. I'm just going to just move her over. We want to make sure that she is as close to that writing as possible, okay? And then I'm just going to bring her up a little bit like that, okay? And of course you can change the text. So it's really simple stuff, guys. And you can also change the text if you click on the writing. At the moment it's playlist script, but you can change it to anyone you want. You can do handwriting. I don't recommend having it too squirrely, but it's you've got to be sort of careful with it, because otherwise if it looks messy, people can't read it, okay? So and then of course, Michelle's a lady, right? So maybe she doesn't like all these colors, and maybe the picture's no good. So let's get rid of that picture, okay? Now the picture's gone, we can still clearly see the writing, and I can also see another problem. That C is going into the writing here. So I just click on this text and I just move it down with my arrow, one little step at a time. I just leave a little gap there. And then we can see, you can also write, you can write whatever you want. I've got their online business education, because that's what I specialize in. But you could be writing anything you want, helping people's dreams come true, or whatever. You need to think about this. You need to be creative. Okay. So maybe I want to change the color of this, because but we're going to find a nice picture here, because I think that's really boring. And I did notice in the background behind Michelle's picture, it was some sort of, could have been boating, or it could have been like luxury holiday. So if we go to elements, okay, and we have a quick look at these luxury backgrounds, and then we could find something that excites Michelle, for example. I don't know. Maybe we could have let's see what this one looks like. Okay, so as you see, that is a nice picture, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to sort of drag it over, okay, because I want to see where it's going to be. And then I'm just going to grab my mouse here and I'm going to move it up till I see those yellow lines, okay, and then drop it in. And I think it looks a little bit funny, to be honest, so I'm just going to move it up because I want to see some of that water, right? It's not the best of pictures, but you get the idea, right? This is something you need to play around with, but it's still nice. And we bring that down so we see the yellow again. So that picture to me doesn't look that good, okay? So I'm actually going to change that to something brighter. So let's see what they got. Okay, so we want something more bright. Maybe maybe even this one. That one's nice and bright, correct? So we can drag that one over like that. And I definitely want to move it up because I like the water in there because that'll look really good. We don't have to have the trees in there. We get the idea of it. That looks funny. Okay. Maybe we can move it down a little bit. Yeah. So you get the idea, right, guys? So just move that up because it's really important we have that line there, okay? And then we want to change that cut. You can also see as well that Michelle's gone, right? She's not gone. She's just behind the picture because when I uploaded the picture's gone on top as a layer. So we're able to move the layers back. So what I want to do, I want to move this picture back. So I'm going to do right click and you can see layers, okay? And then I put my mouse across and I want to move it backwards and then Michelle has appeared again, okay? And then we want to make sure that these colors are a bit better. So maybe we could have, that's too dark in my eyes. So you can drag the colors across. Maybe we can have a nice turquoise. And then we want to click on here and it's also recognized the turquoise color, okay? I'm just going to move that up a little bit out of line. And then remember I said about you can change the background color and you just select what you want really. It's you know, you could go for a bright orange or whatever you want, you know. Or we could go for something, I thought that looked nice. That's maybe dark blue. Even that looks nice as well. I don't know what you think, guys, but okay. So now we have a header ready. Actually, you can even change the writing as well. You know, you can, if you want to change the writing color, we can actually, you see the color there. It's orange. I don't think that looks that good, to be honest. You know, maybe a white is better. You can see that's popping out a bit more. And if we want to put a bit more shadow on it, you just click effects and this box will come up, okay? And what we can do, we can just click the full outline and you can see I've just changed Cox, but it's a gray outline, so it's not going to be that clear. So we're going to hit the black, okay? And then I can also bring out the thickness of the line so it's much clearer. Same thing again here. I want to make sure it's on the line that goes round, change to the black. And there we go. Okay. So if we now zoom that out, and you can have a look at Michelle's Cox's banner or header for her, you know, for her actual channel. Okay. And then there's another thing that we need to make as well. Remember I showed you, so we want to make sure that we have some sort of logo, okay? Because if I go back to my YouTube channel, you can see I've got that little logo, okay? And that is actually entered into the YouTube channel. So it appears on every single film that I do, okay? And we're going to show you how to make that because we want to make that as well, okay? So I'm just going to go back and type in logo, okay? So we're going to go back to Canva and we're going to type in logo. And let's see what we find. Okay, and you can find any type of logo, but I'm just gonna hit enter. Okay, so we got logo and something will come up. Okay, so we know that we're in, you want something as simple as possible, guys, because if you write that, you see this one, studios, you know, and if you write that, people can't read it. Okay, the most successful ones are the most simple ones. And, you know, we could, even this one here, you know, I can choose this template, but you can see how many others are here as well. And that one could be quite good. even this one could be quite good. I don't know how it's going to change, but I'm just going to try customize it to see what it does, because I don't know if I'm able to actually edit that. No, I'm not. So that one's no good. So we're going to go back. You can even have a logo, which is just a name, but it's not the best. We could even write in marketing. See what comes up. I don't know. Right, so now we've got some little logo things here as well. So that could be quite good. That one is quite nice. Um, even this one is quite nice as well. I like things to be really simple, but of course, you know, you it's your design. So that one's quite nice. Okay, let's see what we can do with it. So I'm just gonna, and you can see this little thing here. I can actually make it bigger or smaller. Okay, so I'm hoping I can. I can't edit the colors, so that's a shame. Some of these things we can actually edit the color, so that one I'm not impressed with either. So I'm going to go back and see if I can find one. Because what I'm doing, I want the logo to match the banner that we've just made for Michelle, for example. Okay. Um, even this one's quite cool, right? Look at this one. Hopefully we can edit this one, which would be cool if we can. Yeah, I can actually. So if we go back and look at the banner we made, so with what are the key colors? We've got pink and we got blue, all right? So we could change this. So everything that's blue, we could now make it that pink, which was over here somewhere, right? Okay, and we could just leave it white, but we could also make it the blue as well. And we also need to make, we know it's Michelle Cox, so we could write MC. You know, it needs to be simple. You know, if we want to put a little angle on it to make it a bit more fancy, we could also go for something a little bit more. You can sort of play around with this. You know, it's. I think that's boring. Yeah, I'm just going to do this for now. So it's and I actually don't like. I'm going to have a change of plan on this, guys. I'm like this. Okay, what I'm going to do, because we've got to imagine that's going to be a little square at the bottom. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to change that to white. Okay, and I'm going to drag it into the center of the logo. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this one up here and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So you see these numbers, you can go plus or minus. So I'm going to bring that a bit bigger. Okay, and then I'm going to show you something special that you can do with these things to make it look a little bit better. We're going to go to the effects, and do you remember this one? So I can get the outline, change it to black. If you can't find black, go to the colors. There it is there. And I can also make the outline bigger. I'm also going to bring this box in a little bit and then drag it back to the center. Okay. And we're going to make it bigger. You can also see that there's a little line that comes up, which tells you if you're centered or not. You see the red line that pops up? There you go. And then we know it's in where it should. I also think that looks strange being flat. So because this is a logo, we want to make sure that looks cool. So we go to effects, and if you scroll down, you can see there's a curve here. Okay. So now I've curved it, but it's the wrong way. But scroll down a little bit more. There's this, oh, sorry, the controls of my zoom is in the way. So I'm just going to move that up. You can see there's a curve here. And if I move it like this, I can do that. Okay. And then I'm just going to ring it round there. And I'm going to move it up to the logo. And it's, you can see it doesn't look correct. So I'm just going to go back to effects. And I can move it a little bit more. I can make it a bit tighter. Okay. Guys, I don't want you to play around with this, you know, because you can come up with some really cool stuff. And then what I'm going to do, all I'm doing, I'm right clicking my mouse and I'm bringing it across the whole lot. Okay. And what I'm going to do is move it down to the center so you can see the central lines there. I also want to make it bigger. Okay. Because this is going to be that little box on the bottom of your YouTube channel. And then you can still see it's all selected. So I'm just going to move it down there. I'm going to make sure it's center. Okay. That one still looks funny because it's not even. Right. So now we have a nice logo for MC marketing. Okay. And whether Michelle likes this or not, that's up to her. You know, you can also change the background color. Wherever you click, something will come up. So if you don't like that blue, maybe it's too dark, you know, maybe we need, we can't have turquoise because what will happen is those blue arrows will disappear, correct? And we can't have that because that will disappear. But you could go, you can actually move this around. Maybe that looks nicer. Yeah, you could have it green, orange. Yeah, you can play around with this. Even that one looks nice as well. So all right, so what's the next step? Well, we need to download this. Okay, so I'm just going to move the zoom buttons. Okay, so we're going to go to that banner, and what we need to do is actually download that to your PC. So when we're building your YouTube channel, you've got these images already. So you've got this, and you've got your branded logo name. Okay, so all we're going to do, you hit the share button. Okay, and you scroll down to where it says download. Okay, hit download, and you want to go to this top one, and you're going to change it to JPG. Okay, that's just JPEG. You click here. You will then need to select which one it was. Okay, I'm going to do that again because you can see this is page 2. Okay, but I'm gonna make a banner. I'm gonna make something up for you so you can have a shareable link of this. I'll make that ready for you tomorrow so you can start building this after you've watched this film today. So once everybody has watched this film, and then I will send the Canva link so you can go in and make with a template so you can go and make your own based on the film. Okay, so but this is page 2. So we go to share, scroll down a little bit, download, change it to JPEG. If you can't see JPEG, you can scroll down and look for it. Okay, and then we need, it will also recognize, you can see it recognizes that I'm working on page 2. So I'm just going to hit download and done. Okay, so now I've got that banner actually located on my PC. Okay, and then we're also going to go to here and download this. Same thing again, download JPEG. We need to find it, of course. It finds it as page number 1. Okay, so we don't want to download everything, just the one page that we're doing, and hit download. Okay, so that is as what we need to do first. Okay, so and guys, you know, I want you to have a go at this. Okay, but I don't want you to give up. You know, because people have asked me don't be afraid to ask for help. And what I'd like you to do is give it a go, and what is nice with this is that you can give me login details of what you've already done. Okay. Because there is a way that we can share, you know, say you're doing a design and you feel like you're pulling your hair out and it's a bit of a nightmare. You can actually share this with me. Okay. This one here is make a shareable link. Okay. But it says only you can access. But if I click here and then there and copy the link, you can send me that link and I can log in with my account and find your design and help you finish it off. Okay. It doesn't take me long to do it. I've been doing this a long time. So we can do something really quickly here to, you know, so within the next day or so, or the next, as maybe by Saturday, you could all have your designs ready for your YouTube channel to be, so we can move on to the next step. Okay, guys. So anyway, speak to you on the, see you on the next film. Okay. And glad to have you here. Take care. Bye.